mutually agreed upon contract terms once they're presented.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Lawson, second by Trax. Any discussion?
I have a question on the wording on this motion changed from Friday to Monday. I wanted to ask whose suggestion it was for the wording to change.
That was mine. I wasn't up on my emails, and when I read that Ms. Gladys made this motion, and I saw in the emails that Ms. Bree suggested to take the 9 communities out, I had called Bobby and asked her to please default back to what Ms. Gladys and Mr. Bree talked about in the emails that I was late reading.
Okay, so on my Friday agenda, it is approve or deny Union Township's commitment to SEREMS as the township's primary EMS agency pending on receipt of a contract from SEREMS. Today, it is approve or deny continuing to use SEREMS as the main EMS provider contingent upon a mutually agreeable contract to be presented by SEREMS. It is, this has nothing to do with 9 communities, but, when Terry had contacted me and emailed all of us through the week, I was on board to make a commitment to SEREMS. We're making a motion to do what we're doing. There's no action here. There's no action to continue to do what we're doing.
I'm sure that, if you wanted to add, you could add, or add a contingency. I mean, that's up for definitely debate.
I would like to bring the motion back to what it was on Friday. At least it is making a commitment, it's making some sort of action. And this is just to continue. So I would like to amend the motion back to the approve or deny Union Township's commitment to SEREMS as the township's primary EMS pending receipt of a contract from SEREMS.
I have a comment on that. I don't think we should be committed to anything until we see a contract, what it's gonna be. We're clearly saying what our intentions are here. We're waiting for a contract for a solicitor to review. I see nothing wrong with that. You don't make a commitment without knowing the terms and the money.
But it says commitment pending receipt of
Pending.
a contract from SEREMS.
Correct.
Pending.
You don't wanna do anything until you have the contract and you agree.
That's what I'm
on it.
saying, that's what the original one on Friday was, pending receipt of a contract from SEREMS.
I wanna just go on the record, I'm good with however it's put, I do believe that the contract needs to be looked at by both parties and, should be mutually agreeable. That's my one, consideration, but other than that, however it's worded,
So
is
then-
fine by me. Other than I think the, contract terms, when SEREMS are able to get it to Union Township, I know they're still working on it. I think the township needs an opportunity to look at it and have discussions here at the board table
So what is
before
the,
executing, that's my own.
what is the action that this motion is doing?
It's showing the board's intent to work with them. There's been a lot of talk about it.
So-
Misunderstanding. This is our intent. We're waiting for the contract.
There's no action, there's nothing we're doing. It's,
I am,
we're continuing.
I am fine if someone wants to amend that to say, continue to use SERM and a commitment, in addition to a commitment, I'd be fine with that. As far as the contract goes, I know that, I believe it was Ms. Dupree put the number 21 on here, and, we're not there yet, but the contract terms should be looked at by both parties, specifically before service fee is paid. And, that's
So
one
point of
re-
order, we're not on 21 yet. We're not on 21 yet. So what Mr. Lawson has just stated is, this went on the agenda just so that the public would stop bothering us.
I did not say that.
You kinda did. You kinda said, just to show
you
an
did.
intent. So you agree that this is making no motion, no movement, no action, no anything. This was put on the agenda to show the public our intention. What is our intention? We'll show them our intention when we sign a contract. Until then, it shouldn't even have bothered been on any agenda. It's just to get the public off your back.
I am sorry, could you please repeat that again, Ms. Dupree? I got a little confused on what you just said.
I said that we will show our intention when we sign a contract with someone. So that's what our intention is, when we sign a contract with someone. Then we intend to go with that person. But this is just a motion to continue doing what we're doing.
I'd like to go out of order. Mr. Medeiros, is there a contract ready?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Do you have a time frame on the contract?
I would hope in the next 60 days.
Thank you. Mr. Watson, could you repeat again your motion, or are you going with exactly what this says?
Yes. I'm satisfied with the wording that's on there.
Mhm.
You have any comment on it, Sarah?
No, whatever you want to do, I think is beneficial. I mean, that's totally up to you all.
I would prefer to add, just to unify this situation. I mean, if we need to add to a commitment, then that's fine. What do we need to add here, to be unified? I'm asking that question because I'm very confused. Does it have to say continuing to use SERMS as the main EMS provider in Union Township? And a commitment contingent upon? I mean, what is it, Ms. Dupree, that you're looking for?
What it said
I'm
Friday.
looking for it. There's no reason for this to be on the agenda. It does nothing. There's no vote here. We're gonna continue doing what we're doing and then look at a contract at a later date. Well, that goes without, there's no motion. It shouldn't even have been on here. If this is what it was gonna say, it shouldn't have been on here. It wasn't my suggestion to put the first one on, but the first one had a movement, it had an action.
And that's what I'm asking, what movement is you looking for?
I wasn't looking for any, I wasn't the one that put it on the agenda. But
Okay.
I'm not voting on this one because it doesn't do anything, other than calm the public down and say we're gonna do something later.
Okay, Mr. Lawson, did you motion? Sorry, again, who motioned, and who seconded?
Mr. Lawson motioned, Mr. Track
Okay,
seconded.
any more discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Lawson,
Yes.
Ms. Dupree,
No,
Mr. Track,
Yes.
Ms. Dare,
Yes.